Like I said earlier, the first video had lecture 1 is having the first part, which is lecture 1 part 1, and this is lecture 1 part 2. So for you to follow up with what we're going to discuss here, I will kindly request you to first watch lecture 1, then you come and watch this. Without wasting a lot of time, we're going to start with one of the packages under Microsoft Suite, under Microsoft Office applications, of which the first one our class is going to be based upon is Microsoft Word. How do you get Microsoft Word for starters? If this is your very first time to interact with the computer and you're finding it hard to find a few things here and there, I am going to show you an example. Like when it comes to Microsoft Word, how would you get it? There are about 3 ways that you can get Microsoft Word. The first option is you have to come to your start button, and when you press on the start button, you can scroll either up or down using your mouse. The mouse comprises of left click and the right click, and then we have something in between the 2 clicks that you can use for scrolling. What you do is you scroll looking for Microsoft, either Microsoft Word or even Microsoft Office application. It can be written like, let's look through, we are going to see it. If you see it before me, well and good. If you don't see it, we are still going to get it together. So we are looking for Microsoft Word. Here I can see Microsoft Excel. Let's keep on looking. Microsoft Office Microsoft Tools. Let's keep on looking. I can see PowerPoint is here. Publisher is here. And in the first video, Word is here. This is Microsoft Word, which we have been looking for. So you'll get it here. This is Word. So that's what we were looking for. In the previous video, I explained about the 4, which is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, then Access. There's one that I didn't explain about, which is Publisher. Publisher is fading, or it's becoming outdated nowadays, because basically Publisher was used in the previous years for designing purposes. When you want to design a certificate, you want to design a business card, you want to design an ID, you want anything, name it, of design that you can think of, we were using Publishers in the past years. But then of recent, things started shifting, whereby most of the design work is done using what we call Adobe Illustrator or even Photoshop. So people are no longer making use of Publisher nowadays. But it's an interesting one for you to look at it at your own time. If I wanted to open Microsoft Word, what do I need to do? I come to Word, which is here. I press on it. Then I give it time to load and open. And it has opened for me like you're seeing. Apart from that, that is option 1 of opening. Option 2 of opening is I come to the search bar here. Down here on my Windows, down here I'm going to find the taskbar, and then the taskbar has what we call the search bar on it, whereby I can put it saying type here to search. I can put my cursor there and then search for whatever I want, and for this case I want Word, so I can type Word. After typing Word, I can put my cursor here like I was saying, Then I type word, and as I finish typing, you're going to see my word is going to open up here. So all I need to do is click on it, and before you know it, Microsoft Word has opened for me. That is option number 2. Then when it comes to option number 3, what I need to do is come here, Word. After typing Word, so like I was saying, what you need to do is you come here, you type Word, bring your cursor to it, it's up here, right click on it, and then pin it to taskbar. When you pin it to taskbar, taskbar is down here. You can even come here, you say access, right click, come to pin to taskbar, you come, search PowerPoint, pin to taskbar, then lastly Excel, pin it to taskbar. What does that do? After pinning it to your taskbar, taskbar is this line down here I was explaining about earlier. After pinning to your taskbar, it's going to be easy for you to come, press on it. You just open it from here now, because each time, even if you close it, you can just get it from the taskbar here, and then use it. Then we have a blank document. We have templates which are pre-formatted, which means they were already designed by someone. All you need to do is open it and then do the needful changes, or the necessary changes that you need. Let's open this template and see. You can say create, then it's going to download the template for you if that's what you want to use. So you, for example, you can just remove this and put your picture, the name, the job title, education. This is like a resume. So your skills, hobbies, and so on, you can edit it as your resume, and then you'll be using it. That is a pre-formatted work. That is someone designed it, already has a template. All you need to do is open it, download it, open it, and then reuse it for what you want to do. You just edit a few things and you're good to go. These are all templates. We also have option for more templates here. You can press on it and then get more templates. Then we have these 3 buttons here. We have the minimize button, which you can press and take that window off the screen, and then when you press on it, when you come to the taskbar and press on it, it brings it back. You can remove it, bring it back, remove it, bring it back. You can remove the entire window from the screen. You have not closed it, but you've just removed it from your screen, and then you can also bring it back as well. Then we have this button. Don't confuse Windows and window. Each program that you open on your computer open on its own window. Yes, it's Windows that you install on your computer for running the application softwares that you will be interacting with your computer through, but each program that you open actually opens on its own window. That is how the Microsoft Word, the Microsoft Windows environment operates. You can then do what we call restore down. Restore down reduces the size, as you can see. Maximize brings it back to full screen. Restore down brings it down to small size. Then we have the close button here. If you want to close the program completely, you just close from here. But apart from that, if you're done, if you want continue to adjust this window, all you need to do is come, put your cursor at the edge here. When you see a double-headed arrow, left click, hold it down, drag it to the side where you want to reduce from, either reduce or increase. This is reducing, this is increasing. Without releasing the left click, you will only release the left click when you've reached where you want. So here I can now release if this is the size I want. Another thing we need to know is you can put your cursor like in an empty space where my cursor is here. Left click, hold it down, then move this window to any other location that you want. Maybe here, maybe here. So anywhere you want to put this window, you can actually put it there. If you want close, you press the close button and then it closes. After doing that, you can come to Word, open Word, blank document. That's what we're going to be dealing with. And on the blank document, something that I want us to pay attention to is this. We have this work area, the white area, which is like your artboard where you're going to be doing your work from, where you're going to be doing your writing. Whatever you're writing is going to be reflected there. We also have the ruler, which controls where your writing starts from. If this is where my ruler is, I can only write within that area. I can't go beyond that. In a scenario whereby your ruler, you don't see ruler anywhere, you come to view, then you make sure that the ruler is ticked. If it's unticked, this is how you're going to see without the ruler what I'm talking about. But if you're in a view and then you put on ruler, you have to see the ruler both sides, the upper side, then the left side, you're going to see a ruler there. You can use it to adjust. We have the scroll bar where you can scroll your work up and down. By left clicking, you can left click, drag it downwards, left click, drag it upwards. Then after doing that, we also have still the arrow pointing down. If you're not used to the left click, drag up, drag down, you just come to the arrow pointing down, left click, and you're going to see it moves upwards. If you come to this arrow pointing up, you left click, you see it's moving upwards. Downwards. So the arrows do the opposite in motion, as you're seeing. Then we have the zoom here. You can zoom out. You can also zoom in, as you're seeing, zooming in to see well, zooming out. You can go to a computer and you find that the where you type from is as small as this and you're struggling to fix this problem. All you need to do is put the zoom on the default, which is 100, which is the midpoint here, and you're going to have something like this. Apart from that, we also have this area up here, which is called a ribbon. A ribbon is the one bearing an area of tools, different tool sets under each tab. This is the home tab and these are the tools under home tab. This is the insert tab and these are the tools under insert tab. This is the design draw tab and these are the tools under draw tab. Design tab, you also find the tools under design tab. Layout, you also find the tools under that. References, you find the tools, and so on up to help. Those are called tabs, and each tab has its tool sets which is provided to you on the ribbon. And these tool sets are categorized into different categories. If you see the first tools, they are divided by the lines. That is the first category. You come to this one, this section also, they are divided by the line. Come to this one, they are divided by the line. They are grouped into different categories by the divisions of the line. You have the recently worked on document. They are all here on your clipboard, you can see. Then we have this tool here, which is the file. And file, how do we use file? You come to file, new, that is if you want to start a new document, you press on new, then you can come and start a new document. How do we know it's new? Let's have a look at this. I can come to file, new, and then a new document. You can see the other word, whatever I typed, is not there anymore. Then after that is done, that is if you were working on another document but you don't want to close it, you just want to open a new document and start doing something, then you can use that method. We also have this option here under file. We have open. Open will help you to open documents that you have typed already on this computer, like documents that are already saved, you typed them already and saved them on this computer. You can actually open them using open. You come to open, look for the file that you want to open. Let's say this. That file was removed actually from that computer, that's why you see it's not opening. But if it was not removed, you can just press on it and then it opens for you that file that you want to open. Apart from that, we also under file, we have save and save as. The very first time you're going to save work, it is always going to direct you to save as. If you look at this very well, the one highlighted up here is home because I'm on home. If I come to new, new will be highlighted. If I come to open, open will be highlighted. But if I come to save for the very first time, it's not going to highlight save, it's going to highlight save as, which means when you're saving for the very first time, it is actually save as, which is applied. And it's going to ask you for where you want to save your work. So here you can choose the destination, let's say this PC, and let's say you want to save it on the desktop. You can come here to desktop. Then it asks you to give it the file name, where you can say maybe Chris. Let's say that's the file name you want to give it. File format, the default file type or save as type is Word. You can save it a Word document using this. You just come and press save, but you may need other formats depending on your need. You press here. If you want a PDF, you press here, it is going to save it as PDF. Web page, filtered, all these are different file formats, and the file formats helps the computer or the computer, yes, to identify when you're opening a program which file it associates with, what program should it should be used to open that, and it has to do something with the file extension. And I may not go too deep into file extensions here because it's a different class, it's not a content for this class. But anyway, as we advance, I will be talking about it a few times. So now I can choose desktop and save the work, and then it is saved. But now this time, for the second time after I've saved, I can come to save and then save for it. It is used now, and you can see I'm able to save that work. Another thing where it becomes useful is you can have the same document but you want to save a different copy out of it. Maybe there are two letters going to two different people but the same content, all you need to change is the name. So you can use save as. You save the first document as maybe Alex, then the next one you're going to choose save as, then you save it this time with Chris. So at the end of it all, you'll have the different changes made to the original and you still maintain your original document. We also have the print. Under print here, you can come to print, select the printer you want to use, which is actually installed on your computer. It has to be installed on your computer. You can select it from here. Let's say this is the printer fax. You select it. Then do you want it to print all pages? If you want it to print, let's say you have 10 pages and you want it to print all, you just leave it on all and then you print. But if you don't want print all pages, you can press the arrow pointing down and you say maybe you just want the current page, only the very first page. That is what you want to print. So you say, come to print current page. Press on it, then print. It's going to print it for you. Apart from that, you can still come to print. You use custom print. Custom print is when you want to give your printing a range. Let's say you want to print, you have 10 pages, but you don't want to print all the 10 pages. You just want to print page 9 and 10. 1 up to 8, you don't want. You just want 9 and 10. So here you can put 9, 10. So you've given it a custom print. It's going to select only that range and it's going to print only that for you. You can also come and say you want 10 copies of the same document. So here you just increase the number up to when you get 10. The arrow pointing down reduces the numbers, the arrow pointing up increases the number. Alternatively, you can just put your cursor here and put, let's say, 15 copies, and then it's going to print for you the 15 copies. You just go and print, then you get your 15 copies of the same document. That is as far as printing is concerned. So you can go back and now continue interacting with your work. We have the different layouts. We have the read mode, which appears like this. We have the print layout, which is the normal, the default. Then we have the web layout. The web layout will look like this, like what you're seeing here. But the default one is always the print layout. So here I will select the print layout, and then I can now interact with my work freely. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this. Let's meet in the next session, which is going to be the third part of this very class or of this very lecture. Thank you so much.